Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Better Connecticut. I'm Kara Sundlin.
Scott, we have such a great show for you coming up today, so please don't change the channel. Don't do anything outside. It's kind of a nasty day anyway. We're talking to the director of this documentary. It's a
docuseries, on the death of Michael Jordan's father, who was murdered.
Unbelievable. You have to watch this.
But is the person in prison the person who really pulled the trigger? There's a lot of new evidence.
A lot of new evidence.
This docuseries is casting
doubt.
That's
towards the latter part of the show, but we've got a lot of good stuff coming up on the show, so stay tuned. And of course, it's April Fool's Day, the day that I hate the most out of the entire calendar.
You're not alone, okay? I didn't even do an April Fool's joke for you because I know that you hate it, and most Americans, or at least 50%, say that they really just prefer that the day be canceled.
Yes, just cancel it. Just get rid of it. It's a dumb day.
You know, it's kind of interesting to me that you hate it as someone who loves to play pranks, loves to do jokes. Like every day is April Fool's for you.
No, it's really not.
You come out my little office and try and scare me every day.
I scare you. That's not an April Fool's joke. Like an April Fool's joke would be saying, I don't know what. You know what happened to me? I was at News 12, and they did an interview, and they put the candidate, the interviewee, on the set, and we went through the whole interview, and the whole thing was a hoax.
Oh.
And
so you were traumatized.
I was traumatized. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. And I've been traumatized ever since, and I'm just like, I just want to get through this day without any problems.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, other people are just trying to lighten it up, like the Rocky Hill Police Department. They decided for April Fools that they now have a police patrol goat. Her name is Bonnie. She's on the force. They put it out there and then said, oh, it's kind of April Fool's. But goats, they have a lot of abilities.
Really? What kind of, do they sniff things out? I mean, are they crime fighters?
Well, they can be very aggressive.
Okay.
And they can be trained.
Oh, they can?
Yeah, so who knows?
All right, well, Bonnie the goat is, now I don't know if they're going to have it at the Rocky Hill Police Department, but we do think it's kind of an April Fool's joke, and they put it up there on Facebook, so there it is. Ha, ha, ha.
And something that was an April Fool's joke, but it was anticipating that it would come out at this time.
This was a total marketing strategy.
Yeah. So the Volkswagen is not changing its name.
I didn't even hear that they were thinking about changing it.
It was out there, and I read about this, but there was a question whether all the problems they've been through, if this was really the right kind of joke. But it's sort of like, when IHOP said they were going to change their name. And
exactly. Well, they say Volts with a T because they're trying to get their electric vehicles lined up. So Volt.
Well, it worked. We all talked about it, and everyone now knows that they have an electric car.
I didn't know that they had an electric car.
But now you do because of Volkswagen.
And I have seen the new Volkswagens out, one of the bigger SUVs, and it is very nice. So I was thinking maybe I'd even go for a test drive. Not that I'm going to buy it. Oh, look, there's Volkswagen. Volkswagen. But I've owned several Volkswagens over my years. Have you ever owned a Volkswagen?
I have not, and I remember that you used to love the slug bug cars. I would like it
I had 3 of them, and a cabriolet. I was an official cheerleader.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a girl's car. And everybody used to say, that's a girl's car. And I was like, I don't care.
Okay, well, now there's no such thing as that. Now everything is for everybody.
Secure in my masculinity.
Okay.
Yes.
Today's 1 cent day.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a day that 1 cent coin was issued, that the 1 cent coin was issued. And back in 1793.
They're so annoying, pennies, aren't they?
I mean,
all they do is sit in a chicken jar of mine at home.
What do you do with pennies?
And I wait to put them in the little cardboard cylinder to bring to the bank.
You do? You put them in there?
Oh, absolutely. This is what I did during the pandemic. I had $27 in pennies and nickels.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know how many pennies are in $27? A lot.
Yeah.
A ton.
100.
2,700.
You just then multiply by 100.
Is that what you do? Okay, there you go. There's a lot of money in there. So that. We never majored in math,
No,
Jamie.
I didn't know that. She just said it first. Don't worry.
All right, these people are skiing on salt. What's happening?
Egypt.
Yeah.
You can go down icy mountains, which is no unusual thing, but in Egypt, you can apparently ski in the Sahara Desert.
Okay.
This is what it looks like.
Oh, look at that.
It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
It's a tourist attraction, and it's really at a salt processing place, Port Fouad.
God bless.
It lies near the Suez Canal, so maybe it got attention because everyone was focusing on the ship in the Suez Canal, and then they said, "What's this?" I don't know. How awesome is this? That is a bucket list trip for me someday, to go to Egypt and see the pyramids. So
go to the Suez Canal.
I don't know.
See if you can get that boat out of there, or it's already out. Okay, good. We're talking about Blake Shelton getting into the booze game. He's got a line of hard lemonades coming up. Now, everything was going great for me when I read this article, and then it said seltzer.
See, I love seltzer.
Nah,
so
I'm
it's
not
a
a big
hard seltzer, which is very popular right now.
Not a big fan.
So they've got all these flavors: lemon, ripe, strawberry, southern peach tea,
crisp lime.
Yep. So anyway, he's doing that.
He's
I just
doing
saw
that.
an interview with him recently, and he was asked, like, "Are you ready to just kind of ride off into the sunset and hang out and leave your busy life, you and Gwen?" And he said, "Yeah. I hope that we get to do that sooner rather than later, because now they have the new, he's still on The Voice, and now Ariana Grande is going to be on there with him, too."
Yeah, we did it yesterday.
Oh, so.
Yeah. 27 years old. She's Ariana Grande.
She's
taking the voice of Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas, they don't know why he's leaving the show. Anything else you want to know? I got it.
Okay. So when you say, "Hey Siri,"
Yes.
it will no longer always just be a woman by default, at
like
least here in the U.S.
I like a woman's.
Well, you can pick, but it used to just be a default that Apple's virtual assistant would have
All
had a
right, so
female
now you
voice.
get a
Now it's
choice?
going to ask you, do you want a man or do you want a woman?
Okay, that's a good idea. I like a man with a British accent.
Then you can say that.
Like I sometimes get to, like you do this. You get directions in different voices.
Okay, that's because my kids constantly change my ways, and I have boy band, Cookie Monster.
Yeah, move forward, and then move forward.
One time they recorded it themselves, and they made it. Julian did directions, and Helena did, and it was them going turn left.
This is so funny.
Okay.
And this next story is right up your alley, Kara. You're going to get to go to space, courtesy of Virgin Galactic.
Yes. Okay, this is really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know when we actually get to go for like regular folks to buy a plane ticket, but you get to see the spacecraft design.
I think they said in a year.
But like, how much it'll cost?
Oh,
and
it's
all
going to
that,
be a gazillion dollars.
Yeah. So it's Spaceship 3. And, this is, Richard Branson has been dreaming of this, he said, since he was a kid. He always just imagined how cool would it be to go to space.
But when you say go to space, what does that mean? Like, are you going to Mars? You can't go to Mars. Are you going to the moon? You can't go to the moon. I mean, where are you going? You're just going into space.
We just did a recent story that they were putting a hotel out in orbit.
Right.
Are you just going to fly out to just a medium,
docked
like
station?
a couple little rings outside of Earth to say you went to space? I mean, we obviously aren't going to Mars yet.
No, we're not going because
it's not survivable.
It's not yet. It's
but
not.
It's a pretty cool looking plane.
Now, I read this next article and I don't understand the reason. Did you see a reason why the toilet paper? So toilet paper, the price of toilet paper, diapers, everything's going up.
Inflation.
Is that the reason?
Well,
the company announced Wednesday. They said the prices on some products in the U.S. and Canada will go up in June, but they don't really give a reason why.
I think. We have been reporting that inflation is going up and things are going up, and these things are in demand. So maybe they just put it. It's only
a single
digit percentage.
And I love the word. It says retailers can either absorb. I love
the higher
that.
prices.
Absorb, like with some of their paper towels and their toilet tissue.
Or pass them on to consumers. Now, what do you think they're going to do?
They're going to certainly pass it on to consumers, even if it is a single-digit pass along. They'll do that.
All right, so McDonald's is opening its first playground, and it's actually all built out of recycled Happy Meal toys.
How awesome is this?
Yeah, because there's always those little toys, and your kids play with them for like 5 minutes, and then they end up, sadly, they're probably ending up at landfills.
Oh, look at this.
So this is a historic spot at the Ronald McDonald House in Oxford, and they're going to have this playground, and it's all created by these recycled toys.
And they're hoping to get more. They're hoping to get more. This isn't the only green move McDonald's is making.
They should have something so when you sit down, you have your McDonald's and the kids are done playing with it, about 5 minutes after they get it, you just drop it in a bin to be recycled before you leave.
100%. The corporation has plans to get rid of all non-sustainable hard plastic for its Happy Meal prizes in the coming years. So that's some good news too, right there.
Nice.
And then we have people making art out of trash.
Hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So a couple in Florida is actually taking that to heart, and they're taking all this beach trash, which sadly, I don't know if you've ever walked on a beach and tried to pick up trash.
And how about driving along our highways? Did you ever look out the window?
Much. It's so gross. Why do people do this?
I don't know why people throw garbage out of their car windows, or on the beach, or anywhere.
I really think it's selfish and terrible. But anyway, they're turning it into art, and this is in Boca Raton. So they're taking it all and they're doing different things. And of course, that happens too, even if they don't mean to. People lose, they lose their shovels or their little peach toys. Things fall out of the bag when you're leaving.
All this garbage that they've found. It's incredible. Just an absolute incredible, the amount of trash.
Well, it's nice that they're turning into something beautiful, but it's raising awareness like, oh my gosh, that's how much trash there is, that they can create all this stuff all the time.